Title: What is a modular steel elevator shaft and when should you use it? Many elevator retrofit projects face the same problem. The building needs an elevator, but it does not have a traditional concrete shaft. This is common in older residential buildings, villas, private homes, and outdoor non-elevator projects. In these situations, the challenge is not only choosing the elevator, the bigger challenge is often the shaft. How can the shaft be built without a long construction cycle? How can site work be reduced? How can installation be handled when the building has limited load capacity? And how can the elevator system and shaft structure stay aligned? This is where a modular steel elevator shaft can become useful. What is a modular steel elevator shaft? A modular steel elevator shaft is a shaft structure that is prefabricated in the factory and assembled on site. Instead of building a full traditional concrete shaft, modular steel shaft sections are prepared in advance according to the project design. Then, on site, the structure is assembled using bolted connections. In EKCNE's modular steel shaft system, no on-site welding is required. This is an important difference. The value of a modular steel shaft is not only the steel material. The real value is the installation method. Factory prefabrication helps make production more controlled. Bolted assembly helps reduce site complexity. No welding helps make the installation process cleaner and more predictable, especially in retrofit environments. Why retrofit projects need this type of shaft in new buildings? Elevator shafts are often planned from the beginning. The architect reserves the shaft. The structural design is prepared. The elevator system is selected around the building plan. But retrofit projects are different. Older residential buildings may not have a reserved elevator shaft. Private homes may not have enough indoor space. Villas may need an outdoor elevator added beside the building. Some existing buildings may also have limited load capacity, limited construction access, or strict requirements to reduce disturbance during installation. In these cases, building a traditional concrete shaft can be difficult. It may require more site work, longer construction time, more labor, and heavier construction equipment. A modular steel shaft offers another approach. Main advantages. There are several practical advantages. First, it can shorten the construction cycle. Because the shaft sections are prefabricated in the factory, less work needs to be completed on site. Second, it can reduce on-site labor. Instead of doing extensive concrete work or welding at the project location, the installation team assembles the prefabricated sections with bolted connections. Third, it can reduce dependency on heavy equipment. This can be useful in older residential areas, narrow sites, or private home projects where large machinery is difficult to use. Fourth, it reduces the need for on-site welding. This can help make the installation process cleaner and more suitable for occupied buildings, residential communities, or villa environments. Of course, this does not mean there is no technical requirement. Structural review, qualified installation, accurate drawings, and proper fixing conditions are still necessary. Modular does not mean casual. It means the work is planned and prefabricated before it reaches the site. Why shaft weight matters. Weight is another important factor. EKCNE's modular steel shaft is about 1/4 the weight of a traditional concrete shaft. This can be important in retrofit projects where the existing building's load capacity must be considered. For older buildings, adding a heavy concrete shaft may create structural concerns or require more reinforcement work. A lighter steel shaft can make the project more practical in many situations. This is especially relevant for older residential elevator retrofits and outdoor elevator installation for villas or private homes. However, building load capacity should still be evaluated carefully. A lighter shaft helps reduce structural pressure, but it does not remove the need for engineering review. EKCNE's modular shaft development in Fay. EKCNE worked with a design institute to develop a modular steel elevator shaft system. The system is factory prefabricated and assembled on site using bolted connections. No welding is required during on-site assembly. The technology is protected by a national patent. The goal was to reduce installation time, reduce site complexity, and make elevator retrofit projects easier to manage. The typical application scenarios include older residential building retrofits, and outdoor installation for villas and private homes. Why one supplier for elevator and shaft can help? Another important point is coordination. If the elevator and shaft structure come from different suppliers, the project may face drawing mismatch, guide rail fixing issues, door alignment problems, or unclear responsibility during installation. The elevator system and shaft structure need to match each other. EKCNE can supply both the elevator system and the shaft structure. This helps align layout, shaft fabrication, guide rail fixing, door positions, and installation planning through one supplier. For retrofit projects, this can reduce communication gaps and make project management more consistent. Conclusion: a modular steel elevator shaft is useful when a project needs to reduce site complexity, shorten construction time, and avoid traditional heavy shaft construction. It is especially practical for older residential building retrofits and outdoor elevator installation for villas or private homes. The key advantages are factory-prefabricated sections, bolted-on, site assembly, no on-site welding, reduced shaft weight, and better coordination between elevator and shaft structure. The main lesson is simple. Modular steel elevator shafts are useful in retrofit and outdoor installation projects because they help reduce construction time, site labor, heavy equipment dependency, and installation complexity. For more details, you can read the full article here. https://ecnelift.com/tongli.
Launched a modular steel elevator shaft system in phase.